that draft on Brax's holdout.
Yeah, I'm excited to see. I love Braxis Holdout. And the funny thing is we could see the exact two same team comps, and it would be totally normal for this map. So,
Yeah, absolutely. Would
yeah.
not surprise me at all to see 6 of those 10 heroes show
Mhm.
up again on this map, and that's kind of what I was emphasizing earlier. Is seeing the favor of the 2 lane maps.
And that the Haka ban comes out quickly. To be honest, I would almost give Party Bush Ragnaros just for and they do it. Give them Ragnaros because make them play. The last game he struggled a little bit, just to let him see what they can do on this map. You guys took advantage of him to see what happens.
Yeah, and I think they're tempting it, saying either you take it or possibly I'll show you how to play it. So
Yeah.
let's see if they pick it up early here.
And Rag is an amazing hero on this map. There's no reason not to take him. He's just such a great hero on this map.
Yeah, that being said, cannot blame the Gul'dan pickup. Melf Rexar. Rexar has been very popular on this map for a very long time with that solo lane capability. But they are tempting fate, giving up Gul'dan and Rag. Maybe that's not a great team. But I still think, you have that Rag in a solo lane. You have Gul'dan in that 4-man split. I think, we see a Ragnaros pick up here.
Yeah, and Rag is really good against Rexar. You can just beat his bear down with your Q, and you do so much healing. And if he goes Q build, he didn't go last game. I would expect him to go Q build this game if they pick Ragnaros, but you just do that and you wreck him. Lucio again.
I think they're a little. They recognize they didn't play Ragnaros too well in game 1, and they're gonna try a different team comp. And I think. I don't know. He's so strong on this map, but Lucio on this map allows for those huge team fight rotations coming down from bot to top. So I can definitely understand the Lucio pickup.
Yeah, I was like, if you're Trog squad, I don't even think you want Ragnaros with your team comp right now. So, I mean, even though they played him poorly, Rag is just so powerful. I think you kind of have to ban him. He's just so powerful on this map.
Well, and to your point earlier, he's so strong on this map. He's so strong against Rexar, and they recognize that they want Rexar in that solo lane. So they want to get rid of his strongest weakness. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, completely agree. And with the Haka gone, now your only choice to fight Rexar for solo lane, you can get a Falstad, you can get the Alarak. Alarak's really good against Rexar, but he's not as played by people, so it's a little harder for him.
Could you see Thrall. A Thrall come out?
Yeah, that was the other one I was going to say. Thrall.
That's about what I would expect. Is it possible to see a Thrall solo lane come out from Party Bush?
I expect Trog Squad to probably take a Jaina here. They need some kind of mage that can counter push Gul'dan when he has that power. Sylvanas is still out there, but it's not a hero you have to take on this map to be strong.
Ditches Alarak. Oh, curveball.
This is why they banned KT. I see why they banned KT. They're going hard melee. But you're going hard melee into Gul'dan's fear. They are
Gul'dan's fear and just into Gul'dan's stacks. So Gul'dan is being set up to have a very successful game number 2 here with a heavy melee going into a Gul'dan. Definitely an interesting pick, especially with ETC, potential slide through on any melee, easy setup for Gul'dan there. So I am curious to see how they're going to deal with that Alarak. The Alarak push, the Alarak pull into a silence can definitely blow up a Gul'dan as well.
Yeah. Holy smokes. Where am I?
Melee.
Oh, I do not think if you're our Party Bush, you want to go triple melee into Alarak Rexar. Oh, I do not. I don't think that is a good idea. I don't think. I think they're setting themselves up. I think if they would have went like a Falstad to gust away where they do those heavy engages, they'd have been set. They have. I mean, Sonya can solo lane against Rexar, but if Rexar's good, Sonya will lose that lane because of the stun.
Especially with that last pick, Falstad pickup. So Sonya may be able to survive against Rexar. Definitely not going to flourish against Rexar. And then that Falstad fly in for possibly an early pick on Sonya. could be very dangerous as well.
Yeah, I completely agree. And I think that Falstad, just that threat of going top, Falstad's going to cause issues. And Alarak with Stitch's grab, you get a grab into root, into Alarak pull, into silence, into Falstad blowing their faces up. Like, this is their combo. Trog Squad's blow up potential is so crazy. And then Party Bush, I think, goes right into what Trog Squad wants to happen. And they get that ETC, the Varian, the Sonya, that are all going to be in melee range for a 3-man silence. So I'm curious to why Party Bush picked this heavy melee comp team into them, but maybe they're having something planned that we don't know. I'm sure Sonya will be top, so you only have 2 melee bot, but it's just I'm really worried about the pick potential from Trog Squad against this 3-man melee team.
Yeah, it will be an interesting game number 2 for Party Bush on the red squad. We have Scathar on Gul'dan, Teeth on Sonya.
Oh, we have
Shamhat on Lucio, Kojo Max 99 on ETC, and Twinkle Talent on Varian. And we start off with a pause.
Yeah, it looks like he completely DC'd from the game, so it may not let him rejoin. We'll see what happens here. I'll get a call out on blue if this game happens. Okay, we'll pause and see. So on blue team, we have Donison on Rexar, Murderface on Malfurion, Shoddy Manger on Alarak, Scotty the Kid on Falstead, and Stitches is Lemonades, which he better be wearing his Bikini Stitches skin. Nope. No Lemonades with Bikini Stitches. How disappointing.
Shout out to Lemonades to being the only one to pick up that level 1 talent. So I think in the early game here, I'm gonna have to give the advantage to Trog Squad as they are 1 skill up.
Yeah, with the level 1 talent, he does go chew your food, which is interesting. I wouldn't. I mean, it's not a bad talent. Like you could go globes, you could go slam. This map is one where slam might serve you really well, but I think he's just trying to survive as much as possible for those Polans, and it'll chew your food will definitely help that happen.
Yeah, I'm thinking they're playing into that Alarak pull, trying to keep everyone healthy as long as possible, because Malfurion again has a solo target heal, but struggles to get an overall heal to the masses. So anything that your tanks can do to help you out there could be playing into that advantage as well.
Yeah, I completely agree. And we will see what we thought. Rexar top with the 4 bot, and I'm guessing Sony will go top against Rexar, and it looks like Sony is going to go top against Rexar. So Rexar should win that lane unless Sony is able to avoid that leap. And all he has to do is just save his bear stun, Misha's charge, for every time she starts to roll in. You do that, and you'll win that lane as Rexar. Looking through, I don't see any.
I'm not seeing much else that really jumps out at me. Definitely seeing the seasoned marksman coming out of Falstead on this map with so much melee. Not too many mages to try and chunk down at one time, so that should be strong.
We do see Guitar Hero on ETC, which is that extra attack speed. Oh, Stitches is going to the bush. ETC will be there. Oh, a good grab, a good silence. Varian getting really low, but able to back out with the parry. And I'm thinking he's going to go parry at 4 just for that extra protection from those grabs.
Yeah, I really think he needs to. He will be at the suffering end of a lot of pulls, a lot of grabs, and into the deep end.
And Sona is doing good early on against Rexar, and that'll happen until he gets that refresh Misha's charge, because her Whirlwind's a quicker cooldown. Another silence on Varian. They're just slowly ticking away at him, but Lucio should be able to keep them up.
Yeah, I'm curious to see if they're going to try for the pull into a silence combination coming out from Alarak and Stitches. That's potential for a lot of lockdown. We are seeing very healthy chunks of damage coming out from Trog Squad, making Party Bush already go back and tap, or just going full back at this point. We are seeing the damage advantage coming out for Trog Squad.
Yeah, and I think Party Bush, like if they can, Malf is getting really quick. So if they can just keep putting that damage out so Malf has to heal, they might be able to take this advantage down here because Lucio will not go healing them.
Yeah, that is one advantage of Lucio on this map. Very similar to the advantages that came out with Ariel. It's very hard to go on Lucio and then Ariel with obviously no mana pool at all for those sustained bottom fights.
Oh, to engage on Alarak, but that root will come down and just kind of isolate everyone. Grab it on ETC. ETC gets caught out. Silence half health almost instantly. That's going to get painful later on.
Yeah, when we're seeing the strong advantage of the Stitches, Alarak, and Falstad, ETC dangerously low, luckily able to avoid that silence and able to get out by just a few steps.
Yeah, and I don't think they have the damage yet down bottom to do anything as Party Bush. ETC does go in, Varian goes, follows it up.
Rexar doing a great job top. Alarak dangerously low bottom. Unfortunately, ETC just unable to really get a slide through to be able to punish that. And we'll see the first shrine picked up for Party Bush, so let's see if they're able to combo this. A great slide through by ETC, catching out Falstad, and that should help. Unfortunately, Sonya can only hope for a beacon. I really don't think she has a chance of taking that. They're going to need some sort of a rotation up on Rexar.
And she is just thrashing Misha. She's like, I don't care. Misha will die today. And she just tears Misha apart. Rexar needs to get out of there before Sonya takes advantage of him, too. We do have a hard engage down here bottom with a root coming out. And that parry does protect Varian from any extra damage.
Yeah, parry coming in huge there. We also saw Chew Your Food applied with amplified healing coming out of Stitches, where he is able to have very self-sustaining inside of that fight. Great pull onto ETC and follow on walking into that root. Unfortunately, not a good place to walk into for ETC. And we will see the first. Oh, Sonya may end up getting a delay on this for just a little bit longer.
She's got to start her whirlwind as soon as that charges down. There it is.
We'll see if Rexar and Misha are able to go down to the hands of Sonya and Gul'dan top. Fortunately, able to get out just in time. Recognizing that Trog squad able to jump on bottom and not give up any more of the beacon progress.
Yeah, and I think Rexar is just using his Misha stun a little too early because he's got to wait for that whirlwind to start. I know it's hard and you feel like you want to stun, but you got to wait for that whirlwind to start. Oh, Mouth does get out, but the lack of communication. He gets pulsed away by Lucio after the slide through and gets away. Camp is taken during this time, which I think is a very good idea. Varian is way up ahead, but he does use that protect the shield while he still drops. Good job by Alarak to get that silence off. And 100% to a 96%. This is a really close Zerg wave. We see Gul'dan going.
Yeah, I think the advantage here goes to Gul'dan on the defense. So let's see who is able to really push harder here, as it surprisingly is a very even first Zerg wave.
Yeah, and Gul'dan should be able to clear this up fairly easily as long as he's, just keeps tapping and knocking them down. And the same with top, though. They have full 4-man defense top, so looks like it's going to be about the same value.
Yeah, overall a great defense by both teams there. Neither really able to push into the opposing forts. It's hard to give anyone the advantage. Great job defense-wise by both teams. Sonya with that solo push, and then Stitches down here, just able to both maintain soak, but really recognize that neither would be able to really get much farther with a 5-man push.
Yeah. And
Stitches being caught out bottom.
And trashed.
Yeah, a great slide through by ETC to allow Varian and Gul'dan to get that follow-on damage.
Yeah, and then they're going to get that front wall too. Really good job by Party Bush to take advantage and get that wall down. Almost get that wall down. And Misha should be winning top now. Rexar with that increased stun time should be able to win top fairly easily. Still having a little bit of trouble though. Gul'dan is now fully stacked corruption, so pretty quick. 6-minute fully stacked corruption.
Yeah, very good job by Gul'dan to get that corruption done early, and we will see how that comes into play in the late game here. The more damage you can put onto a Melf, the better, as he is looking at almost no mana due to the sustained damage from that Gul'dan front.
And there's Varian the parry coming out. He does go live by the sword, so should have refresh parries if they aren't careful.
Oh, a great two-man stun. Oh, unfortunately unable to land the root underneath that. Does look like all 4 from both teams will be able to get out, but a great initial pull.
DTC does get pulled in, but able to slide away. Just not the person you want to pull, and it looks like they're going to keep doing that.
Yeah, it's not quite the person they were looking for in that time, but I will say the Stitches Alarak combination has been working out for them. Unfortunately, let's see if Party Bush is able to do something with that level 10 advantage here that they will have momentarily. Sonya getting very low in top lane. Rexar doing a great job with that defense.
The stun should be almost back up with that attack, so he backs off just a little bit. Oh, and a kill bottom.
Falstad able to be picked off bottom. A great ETC slide through and a great defensive Alarak push in that scenario.
Instant level 10 pickup and go, go, go. Stage dive comes behind him and taunt. We get taunt, horrify, and Wrath of the Berserker. Let me see if there's anything.
It does look like Party Bush is going to be able to pick up a few early beacon progress here, while that Falstad and Stitches are still recovering.
Yeah, this is definitely going to make it harder for Rexar. That Wrath of the Berserker just gives so much healing and damage to Sonya.
Ooh, it does look like they're going to try and get a Sonya pick here. Falstad going up instead of down. Unfortunately, Sonya popping that Berserker and able to spin to win to get out of there safely.
ETC does come down. We will have a 2v2 top. Falstad is getting dangerously low. Rexar is backing out. And we also have an engaged bottom. 2 engages. So much fight, we can't even keep up with it. Top Shrine does go down. They got it. They backed up. Bottom is still engagement happening. Gul'dan is grabbed by Stitches. Varian comes in with the Protect Shield wall. He does have taunt. Backing up at 100%.
Yeah. And the 3-man in bottom by Party Bush able to really distract Trog squad as they tried to push it in there to get a kill, and meanwhile they left the beacon.
And Alarak just melted with the taunts, followed up by stun, followed up by corruption. It's just too much for him to deal with.
Yeah, absolutely. ETC having great slide throughs, followed up by the taunt from Varian. A very, very strong, powerful 4-man push.
Yeah, and I did not think this 3-man melee team would be good against Trog squad, but they're proving me wrong that they can engage and fight with them, even though they are 3 melee heavy.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing towards that is Trog squad doesn't have that mage to really get that AoE mass damage in. So we are seeing a great 4-man push down here by Party Bush. I don't want to see them stay too long, but they do have a great fear on the Falstad, and it does look like Alarak will be caught out bottom.
Yeah, really get engaged, but Lucio
does
will
end up
die.
going down, so they need to get out now. They can't afford to stay any longer. They need to get out as fast as possible.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. They got a lot of good damage. They lost a person, but they very good job by Party Bush to get the damage in and get out.
Sonya doing a great job to just fight through the top 6 Zerglings and conquer the fort in top lane. So early XP advantage going towards Party Bush with a great second Zerg wave push.
I completely agree with you.
I'm a little nervous here. Everyone is still low by Party Bush, and
oh, great silence!
Have to be forced out.
We'll see if Stitches can get a grab here. Grab would secure a kill, but no, he's not able to secure one. Maybe at 16 with that longer range, it'll be a little bit better.
Yeah, great job by Trog Squad to recognize that Party Bush did not back after that engagement. They were still low, and they were able to engage into that 13 advantage that Party Bush had. But, 13 advantage is hardly an advantage when you have no health.
Yeah, I completely agree. Oh, and they might get a rotation down there still.
It looks like both teams are thinking the same thing, trying to catch those both teams out.
They don't know what to do. Both teams are looking for each other.
What to do.
They don't know where they're at, what's going
Let's
on.
see if we get a blind Stitches pull. No, okay. I thought
No.
they were possibly setting up to try and conquer somebody. All in all, both teams say, all right, we tried. We're going back to our camps. Let's not worry about it any longer.
That was the best game of musical chairs I have seen in a while.
Yeah,
Both
that,
teams
I
just
mean,
missing each other by inches.
and both trying to do the exact same thing. We are going to possibly see a 5-man engagement here bottom. And I think that still goes to the advantage of Party Bush with the level 13.
Yeah, and a good silence is done by Mouth. He gets 3 of them, but he gets himself in a bad position. Good gust comes out by Falstad. They need to be. I think they need to be focusing Lucio or Gul'dan, and they're just picking the wrong targets. It's going to cause a lot of issues for them. Ooh, great
You
jump.
see a great stage dive coming out in the same spot, but able to secure that damage onto Falstad.
Yeah, and that I think their focus fire is just on the wrong target. Trog Squad really needs to focus down one of the squishies. Rexar will drop to this. They will be able to catch him down. And ETC coming behind. This is going to kill Mouth also if they're not careful. Varian trying to solo boss, not the best idea. Yep, Mouth is dropping too. Lucio, the power of Lucio to chase down people. And I think that they have the chance to take boss here. They have to be careful though. Their whole team is starting to come up. And they are getting kind of low. This boss does a lot of damage very quickly. If Falstad recognizes this and can fly up there, they might be able to get a pick or two.
Yeah, Falstad may be able to get a gust out of this, but Lucio does look like he is going to be able to keep up with healing.
Yeah.
Nick, I'm sorry, take over. I have to be right back, guys.
All right, so we do see a boss capture, but they get the bottom shrine secured, so 100% shrine will not go over. We see future battle coming down. We'll see if we get a grab engaged. Varian is low. A grab would be a good spot right here. And we see them kind of just back out, which is surprising. And then the grab comes way late after the team is already disengaged. Just not a great thing. Good silence off.
Good stage dive by ETC. Sliding through on that Alarock, able to take him down in the taunt follow-up on Malfurion. Just able to blow them up. We got Sonya trying to chase down Rexar as the rest of his team finishes off Stitches here.
Yeah, and I think that grab was just a little late, and it forced them to do a fight they didn't want to do. Everybody was backing out and away, and they win that fight. This could be game if they're not careful. We'll see what Trog Squad is able to pull off here.
Yeah, they do have a full health boss and a mostly full Zerg wave pushing top here with no keeps. Great pull and silence from Alarock though. Gul'dan getting really low. Has to use a solo fear onto that Alarock to just keep himself alive.
So much damage coming out right now. This is going to be game 2. So we have game 2 go to Party Bush. And it was, I mean, I think that I was amazed. I did not think the fighting would go this well for Party Bush. Gul'dan was able to put out a lot of damage and able to keep stuff together where I thought that Trog Squad kind of wanted that to happen. I think maybe not having Falstad go Q build or having Falstad be a mage like Jaina caused them to not be able to secure those kills that they would have secured if he was a mage.
Yeah, I think one of the really important things to notice was they had 3 melee, but they had Sonya split the entire game. So it was really only playing with 2 melee throughout that entire game.
Yeah, it's very true. And Sony did a really good job against Rexar top, where Rexar normally can win that matchup. It is a hard matchup for Rexar, but Rexar could normally win that matchup. And Rexar was getting beat by Sonya. So really good job by Sonya being patient with your whirlwinds, just making sure that you're not doing it too early to get stunned out of it, waiting. And she does go like a ferocious healing, which keeps her alive a little bit longer. So really good job by her doing it. So Party Bush will take game 2 and make it a 1-1, and we'll go to game 3, which would be really awesome. I can't wait.
Yep, and this game 3 will be on Sky Temple. This is Party Bush's map pick, and Trog Squad will have the first ban and first pick here.
Yeah, so Party Bush picked the first map and lost. Trog Squad picked the second map and lost, and now Party Bush is picking the third map. Are we noticing a pattern here?
Yeah, I guess they're just playing better on the other team's maps.
Yeah.
Not what you would expect to see.
I completely agree with you. I think another thing is that on that map, Stitches, you want to get the Stitches pull to kind of combo off, and they weren't really getting that. They weren't. Stitches would pull ETC or something. ETC could just slide away. There wasn't really the combo coordination you wanted to see from that would have caused those victories to happen.
Yeah, one thing you would have really looked for there was the combo of the Stitches pull into Malfurion roots, and I don't know if I saw that sync up once that entire game. Malfurion was getting good roots, but most of them were like in the middle lanes, and unable to just pull that one hero out and lock him down.
Yeah, I completely agree. And I think Falstead just not having, like, Gust is good there, but man, 3 melee, you can just hinterland blast that whole team and get a free reset. I'm surprised that wasn't happening.